This one is the 27th session of Industrial Economics, and in this session I am going to discuss about the emerging global competition and Indian industries. First of all, introduction. Globalization means the dismantling of trade barriers between nations and the integration of the nation's economies through financial flow, trade in goods and services, and corporate investments between nations. Globalization has increased across the world in recent years due to the fast progress that has been made in the field of technology, especially in communication and transport. The Government of India made changes in its economic policy in 1991 by which it allowed direct foreign investments in the country. The various beneficial effects of globalization in Indian industries are that it brought in huge amount of foreign investments into the industry, especially in the BPO, pharmaceutical, petroleum and manufacturing industries. As huge amounts of foreign direct investments were coming to the Indian industry, they boosted the Indian economic quite significantly. The various negative effects of the globalization of Indian industry are that it increased competition in the Indian market between the foreign companies and domestic companies. With the foreign goods being better than the Indian goods, the consumer preferred to buy the foreign goods. This reduced the amount of profit of the Indian industries company. The effects of globalization on Indian industry have proved to be positive as well as negative. The Government of India must try to make such economic policies with regard to Indian industry's globalization that are beneficial and not harmful. Globalization refers to a process of growing economic interdependence among different countries of the world. Thus, in the globalization era, the whole world is changing into a global village in the sense that economic activities in one part of the globe are affecting significantly the rest of the world. For this purpose, it becomes necessary for the Indian to participate in the process of globalization. The new economic policy of 1991 aimed at making Indian economy competitive and much better integrated with the rest of the world. The liberalization and economic reform process, which included both short-term and long-term measures, have direct and indirect bearing on the manufacturing sector of India in general and small-scale sector in particular. The new economic policy Therefore, globalization can bring immense benefits to various countries that are able to harness the resulting opportunities for the proper development of their material and human resource endowments. Besides offering greater opportunities for economic growth, globalization has also posed some important challenges which may be viewed as problems from the perspective of developing countries like India. With the launching of the process of liberalization, globalization, and formation of WTO, the Indian small-scale industrial sector will have to upgrade its technology and adopt modern marketing and management practices along with an improvement in the quality of its products to become more competitive and resource efficient. This issue of liberalization and globalization in the WTO regime. Globalization is thus a supranational phenomenon which has reduced the distances between various countries by the provision of international trade and the relaxation of quantitative restrictions on commodities, and thus has changed whole world into the world without borders. The opportunities and challenges confronting the Indian small scale industrial sector in the era of globalization. India accorded high priority to this sector from the very beginning and pursued support policies to make these enterprises viable and vibrant. Despite numerous protections and policy measures for the past so many years, Indian small scale units have remained mostly small, technologically backward, and uncompetitive. So, next part is weaknesses: lack of development policy framework, inadequate capital for investment and expansion, absence of brand equity for Made in India labels, technologically weak due to inadequate capital, product reservation policy, low recognition and appreciation of this sector in view of its contribution to industrial output and exports, lack of infrastructure facilities, lack of well developed data, that is information system, 24% cap on formation of joint ventures with foreign companies. So the opportunities of globalization can be explained as follows: untapped exports potentials in sectors such as computer software, leather and leather products, light engineering products, hand tools and implements, auto components and ancillaries, garments including hosiery. Growing service sector and stability of access under the WTO regime. Tariff reduction by all countries, phasing out of MFA, establish backward forward linkages both nationally and internationally. Next, joint virtue. Next, technology upgradation, etc. So we can summarize this session by saying the Indian industry need to prepare itself to encounter challenges in the post-GATS era, as the system of protection through imports restrictions or high tariffs are virtually going to disappear. The fundamental strategy of both the Indian industry and government should be not to shy away from international rules and disciplines coming into vague, but to focus on raising the efficiency and competitiveness of Indian industry, including the small and medium entrepreneurs.